writing inequalities using interval notation. Interval notation is just another way of writing the same thing. We have 4 inequalities here. We're going to rewrite each of them using this interval notation. Let's look at this one. We have 2 less than or equal to x less than 5. This is the same as, if you read it from the middle, x is greater than or equal to 2, but also less than 5. This is what you're going to say is x is between 2 and 5. The equal sign is included with the inequality here, so x is equal to 2 or greater than 2, but it has to be less than 5. So it gets really, really close to 5, but not actually reaching 5, like 4.999999. It doesn't actually go all the way to 5. If you think about a number line from 2 to 5, x is between 2 and 5. Now it's equal to 2, so we're going to put a closed dot on 2. And it is not equal to 5, so we put an open dot on 5. So x could be any number between here. Now that is the number line way of writing it. If you want to use interval notation, what you do is you start from the lowest. So in this case, 2. 2 is included. When it's included, you use a square brackets. So we're going to put a square bracket and then write 2. And then you'll put comma, and then x goes all the way up to 5, but 5 is not included. If it's not included, it gets a parentheses. So we're going to put 5 and then a parentheses. So this is 3 different ways of writing exactly the same thing. X is between 2 and 5, including 2 but not 5. X is between 2 and 5, and x is between 2 and 5. Including the 2 with the square bracket, but not including the 5 with the parentheses. So that is the interval notation of this inequality. Let's look at this one. It's the same thing. X is between 2 numbers, but this time it's not including either endpoint there. So if you visualize the number line again, this time we're going from -3 to 4. Both of them are not included. We can put open dots there. And x could be any number between there. Now since they're not included, remember it gets parentheses. So when you're doing interval notation, remember to always start on the lowest left side of the number line. So we're going to put parentheses, -3, since the -3 is not included, and then all the way up to 4. And another parentheses, because the 4 is not included. So this is the interval notation that x is going from -3 to 4, but not including the -3 or 4. You got to be careful here because this looks like an ordered pair. So when you're reading a problem, if you come across this, you have to look at the context of the problem. Be a little careful with that one. All right, this one, x is greater than 6 on the number line. 6 is not included, gets an open dot, and x is greater than 6. So it's everything to the right of 6. So interval notation, start on the left. We're starting at 6. The 6 is not included, it gets a parentheses. So parentheses 6, comma. And then it goes all the way to, it goes forever. So it's infinity. We're going to use the infinity symbol. It's impossible to include infinity since it goes on forever, so the infinity symbol always gets a parentheses. So this is the interval notation of x is greater than 6. And let's look at this last one. X is less than or equal to 2. So if you go to 2, x is less than 2 would be everything to the left of 2. Now 2 is included, so we'll put a closed dot there. And everything to the left. Now interval notation, remember, you always want to start with from the left, the lowest. The lowest here, this is going towards negative infinity. So we're going to start this one by putting a parentheses and negative infinity. And then it goes up to 2. The 2 is included. Remember, if it's included, it gets a square bracket. So the square bracket is going to go on the 2.